You ever notice how silence can feel heavier than a scream? That's what it was like the day my brother leveled a gun at me. The barrel didn't waver. His voice was sharp, commanding, "Sign the papers, or else." And my father, my own dad, just stood there, unmoving, as if it wasn't happening. But to understand that day, you need the full story. Our family didn't collapse overnight. It frayed slowly, quietly, like a rope worn thin until you wake up and realize nothing holds it together anymore. I was 10, running barefoot through my grandfather's garden. He had a way of making even weeds feel important. Kneeling, dirt under his nails, he'd say, "See this one? Strongest plant here. Grows where nobody waters it." I didn't understand then, but he meant me. He believed in me. He left me his inheritance, not out of favoritism, but because he saw truth. I was the only one who listened. After he passed, the house changed. Mom tried to hold us together with grocery lists and casseroles. Dad buried himself in silence. My brother grew louder, sharper, crueler. He learned that volume meant power, and everyone let him win. Everyone except me. Fast forward. We rented a beige little house on the city outskirts. Neutral walls, mismatched chairs, the kind of place you can stand in and forget. Mom unpacked groceries like bananas and bread could fill the cracks. Dad slouched in with a cooler, shoulders like he carried a coffin. My brother swaggered in last, cologne thick enough to choke, sunglasses indoors. He leaned near my cheek and smirked. "Glad you made it." For a while, it seemed normal. We walked outside. Mom pointed at wildflowers. Dad muttered about the weather. My brother scrolled on his phone when he thought no one noticed. From the outside, we were a family. I knew better. Lunch changed everything. "So, what are you doing with the inheritance?" my brother asked. Smoke-heavy words. Mom stayed at her plate. Dad sipped his drink. My brother's eyes locked on me, sharp as a hawk. "Haven't decided," I said. Dad cleared his throat. "Family should share." That's when I realized I wasn't invited to lunch. I was invited to surrender. They led me down the hall into a spare room. 2 chairs, a table, a stack of papers like a trap. My brother slid them across, page after page of legal jargon, a waiver, a clean cut. I was meant to sign away everything my grandfather trusted me with. I laughed, not because it was funny, but because the audacity shocked me. "This isn't sharing," I said. "This is robbery on letterhead." His smile vanished. Dad crossed his arms. "Don't be difficult," he said. "No," I answered. That one word cracked the air. My brother shoved back his chair, stood, and drew a gun. Silence swallowed the room. I could hear the hum of the lamp, the faint clink of dishes, even my own heartbeat pounding in my ears. Mom's voice floated from the doorway, soft, tea's almost ready. Inside, everything froze. Barrel raised. "Sign it, or else." And Dad, nothing. I didn't flinch. I set the pen down slowly, met my brother's eyes, and smiled. "Take a look." His head turned. Dad followed. In the corner, a red light blinked steadily. A camera. His face drained. "Recording." I whispered. He panicked. Hands shaking. He pulled the trigger. Blast after blast. Desperation spilling like sweat. The light never died. Then came footsteps. 2 men entered. Private security I'd hired days before. No yelling. No pointing guns. Within seconds, his weapon was on the table. His wrist cuffed. Dad stood pale, frozen. The room exhaled. How did I know? My younger cousin warned me 2 weeks prior. He overheard whispers, plotting, scheming to corner me, to take the money. I almost stayed away, but some part of me needed to see. The courts handled the rest. My brother, 7 years. My father, 2. Mom, probation. Silence counted as complicity. And me? I walked away whole. $8.5 million. But it didn't feel like victory. It felt like emptiness answering back. Emptiness has its gift. It leaves space for new life. 5 years later, I used the inheritance as Grandpa would have wanted. Quietly, wisely, not to flaunt, not to prove. A wife who sees me, a daughter who knows love, not power games. A home that feels warm, not for what's in it, but who's in it. Sometimes at night, I watch my little girl sleep. Tiny breaths, fist curled around a stuffed bear. She will never know betrayal by those meant to protect her, because I won't let that cycle repeat. That day, when the gun rose, when the red light blinked, it wasn't about money. It was about freedom. I wasn't theirs to control anymore. That moment, I became mine.